Hello, this is Shalia Nelson. This is my first video for Module 15, and I decided to do Kahoot. I have used Kahoot for content areas, mainly for either as a review or kind of an assessment tool, more so on the review side, usually before a test or a quiz of some sort that we're having. So what you do is you can go to kahoot.com or it's create.kahoot.it. So I'm going to go to the kahoot.com. And this is where you can either sign up or sign in. It is free, which is what I really like about it. So really, the purpose of this technology is for assessments, assignments, different content areas. The kids really enjoy it. It's super easy to make too. So this can be used for students since they have a homework aspect now. This one's new. Can be for parents. You can share them with coworkers, anything like that. So I'm going to go to sign in, and you can just sign in if you have an account. So the first thing that it comes up to is where you can find Kahoots that have already been made by either Kahoot itself or other teachers, and you can search different subject areas, grade levels. When you sign up, it'll ask what grade level you teach, different subject areas. So then it kind of filters the Kahoots to those specific grade levels. Then I'm going to go to My Kahoots, which I've used this in college. I've used this when I taught 2nd grade, and I've used this when I taught 6th grade. So I know when I I used it when I was in my blocks in my undergrad. The teacher whose classroom I was in, he used it, whereas if the kids beat him, then they got like an extra recess. So you can always have some sort of reward like that, or like whoever gets number 1 gets something out of the treasure box. I've done that. Or nothing at all. If they do good, they don't get loud, anything like that, then you can have them, give them an extra recess, free time, whatever. It really depends on your classroom and what you want to do, but those are just some ideas that I've done. So I've done it for social studies, done math word problems, spelling, reading, math, science. Can really do anything with it. Then shared with me, I've had some shared with me from teachers that I've taught with. So there's that. To make a Kahoot, you go to Create New K. You can apparently assign homework Kahoot challenges for homework. That's new, so I haven't really explored that one. But these are the ones that I'm familiar with. You have quiz, discussion, survey, and jumble. I have only ever used the quiz, but the discussion, you could do like a different discussion boards that kids answer, have a discussion on it. You can do a survey. The jumble, I've seen teachers on Instagram use it where they jumble up a sentence for sentence structure, and then the students have to you have to put them in order, a certain order. I haven't really explored that one as much either, but you can always explore it too. But tonight we're just going to do the quiz. So, let's see here. You have to have a title and a description. So, we can do, I've been doing the planets. That's the first one that pops to my mind. Let's see here. Naming the different types of planets is the description, visible to everyone. Audience, you have to pick an audience, so it can be school, university, business, whichever. You can put a cover image in if you want, or an introduction video if you want. You don't have to. So then you hit OK, go, This is where you start creating the question. So you go to add question. First question, this planet is the closest to the sun. You can put the question however you want. You just have a certain amount of characters to do it. Then you can pick the time limit. So this gives how much time they have to answer the question, and if you want to award points or not. And you can add an image or a video, and then you add the answer. So sometimes I will put just in a random answer that has nothing to do with it, just to kind of see if the students are actually reading the question and paying attention and following along, and they know what we're going over, or if they're just clicking something just to click something, because you'll have those students. So then you have to mark which one is the right answer by clicking the check mark, and then go to next, and then so click that one, hit next. You can put as many questions as you want. Just for time's sake, I'm just going to do, 2. Then you hit save, and this is saved to your Kahoots, and it publishes it. So then if you want to edit it to add more questions, you can. If you want to preview it, play it, share it, you can pick. Or if you're done, you just hit I'm done, and then that goes on to your list. I'm going to hit preview it so you kind of get an idea of what shows up on your board when you project it and what shows up on the devices students have. So the cell phone over here is what shows up on the student's device, whether they use a computer, an iPad, a phone. It can be used for any of those. There's an app for it if you use it on the iPads. If you don't have one-to-one devices, you can do the team versus team. So if they're in like table groups or have them get into teams, then each team has a device and they rotate who gets to press the button for which question kind of thing. Or if you have one-to-one devices, like I've had the last 2 years, then each student uses their own device. And sometimes I'll have them do it with teams too, just to kind of switch it up a little bit. So we're going to do player versus player. The students will type in Kahoot.it right up here, and this will show up on their screen. And it plays music, and then this is the game pin they type in, so 267398, and they hit enter. Then it says nickname. I've had students put in nicknames for not listening. I just tell them put in their first name, and sometimes depending on the class, I would have to specify no emojis, no symbols, just your name, because they will try anything. So I'm just going to put in my name, hit OK, go. This will tell you over here how many players are in. So like if you have 16 students, this will tell you if all 16 are signed in. Sometimes it'll think a little bit depending on the bandwidth of the internet, so that's something to also consider. Usually they just have to exit out, log back in, go to Kahoot.it, and it'll usually pop up or just refresh. So I'm going to go ahead and start. Again, this is what shows up on your projected screen, what's on the left. What's on the right on the phone is what shows up on their device. So it gives them the question. They just get the picture of the shapes. So it says this planet is the closest to the sun. Hit. Oh, I'm clicking on the wrong one. Hit. And there you go. Now, it determines the points and like who goes first, like who gets first, second, whatever, by if they hit the correct answer for one and how fast they click it. I figured that out when we were doing it in my class in college, depending on how fast you click it, but sometimes if you click it too fast, it doesn't always work, or it won't count it. So then you hit next, and this is where it'll show you the scoreboard, who's first, second, third, and then the kids can see have they moved up, have they moved down, and what have you. So then next it goes to the second question. So hit that one. Voila. And then it gives you the points. Then when you're done with the game, it'll have the podium, so it'll tell you who got first, who got second, who got third. And then you can go to get results, and this will show you all the results of the students. It'll show you feedback. The students can challenge their old scores if they go to play it again and it plays in this little ghost mode, or you can play a new game, or they can exit out. This shows up on yours. I've never seen this on what's on the phone show up. That might be something new that they've had them do. But again, I really like it for assessments, for reviews. It's a really neat tool. The kids get excited to use it, and once you explain it, they want to play it all the time. So you might have to decide if you want to use it constantly or just kind of use it every now and then. But this is Kahoot, and I hope you learned something from it. Thank you.